Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club. My name is Corey. I'm always here with James, Matt, Tarek, Sasha, Crystal. We're playing Shadow Empire, Legend of the Five Rings, all of that stuff. We're just, I'm saying words. Thank you for tuning in. We will now do the poll. Why not? So every week we do a poll, and the winner of the poll gets a roll that they're like, this is a successful roll now. I have decided. And it is Sora. Sora got 65% of the vote. Congratulations to Moshi. Sora, played by Crystal. We're going to introduce our characters today. You know, there was a little bit of news. There was a big Pokemon leak. And now people think, because they read in the leak that some people were doing Pokemon Smash or Pass, but they never thought that the tables would turn and that the Pokemon would smash or pass us. Really?
At least all of us passed the Harkness test.
Actually,
some of us might not pass the bare minimum of intelligence for the Harkness test. I lied.
And suddenly we're all aghast. We're all like, oh, how dare the Pokemon want to have sex with us? That was, but really, none of it is canon. Everybody says it's canon, and I'm like, why are you, that's stupid. That's silly. It's a leak.
I have always felt like Mr. Mime.
You felt
and
like
maybe
him?
Jinx.
You felt like Mr. Mime?
No, I'm saying I feel like Mr. Mime and Jinx have canonically been confirmed to want to bang humans, as well as Ditto. I think those three.
In the case of Mr. Mime, I see where you're going, especially as canonically in the lore, they are primarily seek out single moms.
Yeah, I think those are your sexual predators of Pokemon.
Oh god.
Well, regardless.
I mean, Ditto will bang anything, literally.
Exactly my point. Ditto wants to get all up in it, whatever it is. It'll turn into the thing. It turned into a girl to convince, I think, Ash to do something in the show. I forget all the details because it's been so long since I watched that episode. But it happened. It turned into a lady.
Regardless, we're playing Legend of the Five Rings, and we do have a Legend of the Five Rings Smash or Pass that you can watch on this channel if you go look it up after you watch this. But we're gonna go a little. Rokugan and Legend of the Five Rings is a sexy game. I'm gonna say it, like, sex takes a major role in the game, and I think to downplay that would do this game a huge disservice. Right?
Sure.
I think everybody would agree with that.
Yeah, and you know, I totally agree with that, and that's why I'm upset with you that you made one of the sages a child. Alright, the gotta catch 'em all joke was so funny, Corey. We had to keep it running, Corey. We let the fans down, Corey. There was a L5R role-playing card made for it, Corey.
So we're gonna take a second, and I want to know, when you introduce your character, I also want to know, what is the sexiest clan and why? And y'all can double up. Y'all can say the same clan. Doesn't matter. But we'll start with you, James, since you're Ace, and you know.
Your opinion is sure to be wild as fuck.
Hey, I'm Ace, but that doesn't mean I'm unable to notice sexiness in others. It just means it doesn't really do anything for me. After all, you go watch that Smash or Pass video, I have comments and opinions during it, even though I'm the host. But I play Youngso, Ide Youngso, musician, and at this point now, he's just generally curious about everything in the world and is trying to learn as wide a range of things as possible. Oh, and as far as sexiest clan, well, I go with the Centipede and look at Moshi Sora as example A as to why.
Everybody wants Moshi Sora.
Tall, strong, powerful, intelligent. The only downside that clan has is they are not a major clan. They are a minor clan. That's
which
it.
means you have to bring the moolah, clearly, and that's it.
Yeah, so individually very powerful. Clan-wise, not so much.
Pick the next person.
Well, since I named her, we'll go over to Crystal with Moshi Sora.
Hello, I'm Crystal playing Moshi Sora. She's a Centipede Clan fire magic caster, but also a bushi, so she knows her way around a blade as well. Just trying to make my way through the world and do as much good as possible. And I think the sexiest clan is the unicorn, because how could you not like a magical horny beast?
Fair enough.
Next up, Sasha.
I think. Oh wait, I'm doing this in the wrong order. I'm Sasha. I play Naurin. She's a Bayushi death dealer. She was adopted into the Bayushi clan after a very confusing situation in which she was hostaged there as a little girl, and then got a wicked case of Stockholm syndrome. And things went from there, and now she's a Ronin because her clan is potentially embroiled in some big empire conspiracy theory thing. Not a conspiracy theory, an empire-wide conspiracy. That's the right thing to say.
An actual conspiracy.
Actual thing. Yeah. And I think the sexiest clan is Crab, because anybody who has a single code word for watch out, the entire brothel is made up of bog hags and they're here to eat all the guards is like the sexiest clan ever. And I will pass it off to the fiance left in the dust, Doji Daisuke.
All right, thank you, Sasha.
You're welcome.
So essentially, my name is Matt. I play Doji Daisuke, but when it comes to the sexiest clan, this does not come from Daisuke's perspective, but mostly my own. I would think the sexiest clan would be the Dragon Clan, but it's like a heavy bias considering that my first character was of the Dragon Clan, and he was also from the main family, the Togashi family, but the subsequent subfamilies are also pretty cool too. You have the Investigators, you have the Alchemists, you also have the Miramoto who dual wield swords. Double the power, double the penetration.
Oh God. So what you're saying is you just think you're sexy.
Two hands equals double penetration. Got it.
And plus, everyone gets to ride the dragons, so why not? But stupidity and joking aside, I'm passing it along to Tarek.
Hello, I play Shishiro Kuranagi, your friendly neighborhood scorpion, who is all about the wheelin' and the dealin'.
She's only one of those things.
She, sure. She's either friendly or a scorpion. She's definitely not neighborly.
In your neighborhood.
Or in your neighborhood. Not, she can only be one of those things at a time. So if she's in your neighborhood, run. And I think the sexiest clan is Blood Speakers. All Blood Speakers are the sexiest things that exist in Rokugan.
Especially if they look like Moshi Sora.
Yeah. Well, that just proves it. You got a Moshi Sora Blood Speaker, you're the sexiest clan. Yeah, I think anyone who's ever played L5R in the past or the card games will agree with me. So, boom, mic drop.
I'm sure there are people who think the Scorpion are the sexiest clan out there because of.
Yeah, I think the Scorpion actually. If I was going to
That's
choose
the
an actual
easy
card
answer. That's the
or
wussy answer.
an actual clan, then yeah, I would say that the Scorpion, because they're technically the clan of dangerous beauty and allure, but whatever.
But for me, the sexiest clan is the Dragon Clan. And the reason that the Dragon Clan is the sexiest clan is because they are a bunch of people who wear as little clothes as possible. And I really love bald chicks. I think they're sexy. So there you go.
You telling me I should shave my head again, Corey?
You can if you want. I
makes
really
sense.
like it when you do. I'm never against that.
This is a fun little thing I've noticed amongst us. We have 3 of us with full-on facial hair and 3 of us with long hair. 3 of us are clean and short hair, but no one of us fully matches up with both sets.
Because a lot of us are queer.
Except for
Gender
Corey there, who's clean-shaven and short-haired.
He's not clean-shaven. He's got a goatee.
It's a little
It's short.
Close to. He's not full beard like the 3 I said for full facial hair.
Wargiz asks, Smash or pass, L5R characters win. I mean...
Actual characters, not monsters.
Our characters, because that's gonna hurt some feelings.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially mine.
Smash or pass all of the characters we've played so far, or smash or pass all of the characters who exist in L5R.
probably-
I can't
like-
play because I just have Naurin and a child, and straight to jail, immediately to jail, electric chair.
True.
Probably not for a while. I need to get some lore videos out
Now,
first to discuss
If you're asking
who the people
me
are.
what somebody else's sexiest character is, then I'd be saying Tarek's Akoma Bard
Yeah.
from our Wheel of Judgment time.
What we could do with all of our previous characters that are legal age is do like a fuck, marry, kill, where you have to draw 3 with a random, like, spin the wheel, and then we have to vote fuck, marry, kill on those.
Oh, that's a much better idea. Yeah.
We have enough characters to do that because you can have infinite, like, so many combinations.
Right. Okay.
I like that
it.
better.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
That's a good idea.
Sorry, Wargiz. I stole your thunder.
we have got to start this game. You guys are in the Falcon camp. You have done a big planning session. I'm sure you want to recap that planning session so everybody knows what their deal is and what they're supposed to be doing.
I'm
so
saying that the
what we-
horse is in the prisoner.
Yes, so what we agreed upon from what I wrote down, and if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, is that Yongso is going to stay behind with the prisoner and potentially the baby. We are going to stealth to the camp, and we are going to speak with the spirits again before we enter and try to get to give us information. We are going to go in and ask to speak to the scorpion, Shigenja, and negotiate with her for our own business. We are going to blackmail her into giving us the rake. And if that doesn't work, we will go to the hare and give them all of the information we have on how she and her, cadre are part of a massive conspiracy. And then we will try to capture her ass. That part wasn't in my message, but that's implied.
Yeah, just the natural follow-up.
Of, we fucked that bitch up. Yeah.
Well, let's see what the weather is like on the next day.
Oh, right.
Please be a little bit warmer. We're already below freezing.
Beautiful day.
A beautiful day, you say.
I mean, it's still below freezing. It's still 30 degrees, but it's,
It's a gorgeous below 30.
yeah.
And then you see Rokugani, Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
And considering some of the sites we've seen, we could also have Bob Ross sitting somewhere painting a picture.
Yeah,
That would be pretty funny.
on the edge of the lake.
And here at the Cinnamon Forest, we're going to paint a happy little tree with a demon hanging from it. Not a mistake, just a happy little accident.
No such thing as mistakes.
And here we have a little possessed baby on top of a rock. Shh, that's going to be our little secret.
So the question would be,
Let's see.
what clan would Bob Ross be? And the
Lion.
answer, that's he would be a lion.
He would be a
He
lion.
would 100% be a lion.
I could see him also possibly being part of Phoenix, so maybe he's married into one or the other.
I can see him being either a lion or a crab because the shit he saw in war made him the person that he was, and then he became a very mellow kind of monk guy.
Maybe the version that exists in Rokugan started off as a crab but married into.
And then he got the call of
So
the
that's-
Nagashi.
I was about to say, like, most people would think he's a crane because he's an artist or one of the artsy clans, but no, he was a warrior who decided that he didn't like war and wanted to spread the joy of painting.
The joy of painting, exactly.
Exactly.
I don't know enough about Bob Ross. I'm sorry I got it wrong.
I know my Bob Ross because I watched basically every Bob Ross episode multiple times because that was like
And
my favorite show
fun
growing
fact
up.
about
Bob
his
Ross
show, The
before
Joy of
my time.
Painting,
Yeah.
he did not take even 1 cent in salary for the show.
Tarek
Yeah.
watched every single Bob Ross episode, and then he stuck around to watch every single Sit and Be Fit.
I did actually because my grandma loved Fit and Be Fit. Don't you even go start with it. We only got PBS on the free network, so that was what we watched all the time.
Corey bringing up
We
childhood drama.
Yeah, we watched Fit and Be Fit. That old lady doing the little jazzercises on the chair.
Nobody ruined you
Growing
on the
up,
internet, like a friend who's
the-
known you since you were 12.
Yeah.
The order of shows was Muppet Show, then Bob Ross was immediately after, and then it went to the Sit and Fit.
Mm-hmm. Which is exactly why, for a kid, it was perfect television lineup.
I feel pretty bad because as a kid, I mostly watched PBS just for Sesame Street, the cartoon shows, and like everything else. But as soon as Bob Ross came on, I'm like, nah, I don't want to watch this boring stuff. I didn't appreciate Bob Ross until after he passed and I became an artist. I'm like, I get it now.
He's a
I feel like an
genius, man.
asshole.
Him and the squirrel, his squirrel that he had. Oh my god, a rehabilitated squirrel that he had for so many.
squirrels, because he was
he
always
had a- he
rescuing
had a-
them.
But there was one he started with,
Mhm.
and that was a rehabilitated squirrel that he was taking care of. He found in his backyard. That was like, oh my god. Bob Ross taught me so much about life.
So the
Bob
next day
Ross,
comes
Mr.
around.
Wizard, Mr. Rogers. There's Reading Rainbow and Steve.
Reading Rainbow is
Irwin. There's the name. Irwin. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Steve from Blue's Clues.
I thought so too.
No, that's a bit more recent. Steve Irwin was part of the Pinta
Dude,
of
Blue's
really
Clues is
truly nice
old
people.
now. It's old as all get out. You can't. Anyways,
It's not as old as all the others. In fact, Mr. Wizard was long gone, well before Blue's Clues ever started.
oh
up.
yeah, Mr. Wizard, you're ready to go and do the thing that you're gonna do.
All right. Now, ideally, we can just ask convincingly for the rake in return for you to have the baby with us just in case. What do you all think?
I suggest that if we do that, we kind of don't have everybody go in that. We have, if there's going to be a baby that we're going to be watching and trying to not let her just like teleport in and grab and then run away with, that we split up into 2 groups in there. The people who are really good at the talkie-talkie, or maybe the scorpion, who have the ability to really, hit close to home, and then other people with the hair with the baby, so that there's eyes on y'all. You know what I mean? But that depends on if you think you can keep an audience with the hair. Maybe it would be good for Daisuke, who's good at talking, to keep y'all occupied with the hair while we try to extort the scorpion. And then if that doesn't work out, the only issue is if we split up into 2 groups, she might think she might think she can take us on in a fight. So that's my only concern about that plan. So I don't know what y'all's thoughts are on that.
Well,
Would you
that's
rather
most
we
definitely
go in there together?
act as a distraction. Also, looking at my tea ceremony and my formal tea ceremony, but I also remembered I don't have my tea set right now. Yay! I gotta get a new one. Geez, a TN5 performance check for a formal tea ceremony. Ugh.
Wait, is tea ceremony its own skill or something?
There's tea ceremony
it's
and
a ritual.
formal. It's a ritual.
It's a shiji.
Oh, okay.
Or a ritual, yeah. A ritual.
Yeah, like so you have tea ceremony and formal tea ceremony, and that's under my artist curriculum.
I was just like, oh, I figured it would be I don't know, a culture or a courtesy check or something like that. Nope.
Oh, it's a TN5 performance check for the formal tea ceremony. The cool thing is that you can remove strife, additional strife equal to your bonus successes, and every participant gets 1 void point.
Well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's real nice. Can I use Lord Bayushi's whispers in a scorpion camp?
But it's a hair camp.
It's
Yeah, but
gonna
there's
be a
scorpion there.
it's a hair camp.
Well, even better. Once per game session, during a narrative scene or as a downtime activity, you may make a TN2 Skullduggery Void check to uncover an informant who can give you information about a subject. That's basically it. The effect: if you succeed, you reveal one informant who can give you information about a topic of your choice. The informant's profile is required. Use an appropriate NPC of the GM's choice.
We should have done that when we were trying to get a layout.
If you succeed, choose one skill. Well, yeah, but I couldn't find an informant for that thing necessarily in the Toritaka camp, and I don't know if we've left the Toritaka camp yet.
Not yet.
So I could technically still do it then if you wanted to.
So you could possibly find somebody here who knows what's going on at the other camp before we even
Depends on
leave.
if Corey feels like that's applicable, and that's why I'm asking.
I'm having problems with my stream right now, and that's what
Oh
I'm
no.
Yeah. I can't record to disk for some reason.
Uh-oh.
And my stream is bouncing up and down between anyways, you want to use Lord Bayushi's whispers to find an informant, but you're not in their area, right? So
Yeah, we're not in their camp, but could I find someone who could give us information in their camp?
let me see how it works real quick.
Yeah, it's basically just a TN2 Skullduggery check to find an informant who's
Okay.
willing to talk to me.
During a narrative scene or downtime, you make to uncover an informant who can give you information about a subject. The thing is like, who are you going to find in the, like, so they've kind of already given you all of the information they have, right?
Is it in the hair camp?
Sure, you could use it in the hair camp. Hold on, guys. I gotta stop this stream and then figure out this recording thing, and because, like, we're gonna have the worst thing ever if I don't. All right, let's hope that works. Okay, we're back, and I am now have a backup recording just in case. Okay, yeah, if you can get to the hair camp and figure out a way that you can talk to people there without raising ire or raising suspicion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right. Maybe if you disguised yourself as a hare and then you can talk to other hare to find an informant. But like if or some other way of making them think that you're a cool guy to talk to, which is possible. Like there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing that.
I feel like I'm always a cool guy to talk to.
But yeah, the people here are basically giving you all the information they have already on the hare camp.
They don't remember their previous lives.
They're simply busy to remember.
Okay, well, maybe we should just get going. It might be safest for us to just leave the baby here. It may be a bad baby, but it is still a defenseless child.
That bad baby. Got the bad baby.
And whether or not the Scorpion go for our deal, we should still be able to get what we need from the hare if we have to go to them instead. And we can talk to the spirits when we get close.
I think that sounds fair.
That's an excellent plan, Moshi-Sora-san.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
Well, you are the spiritual experts.
Indubitably.
You all begin to travel, except for Ide Youngso, to the hare camp. How long do you take before you do anything other than traveling? What's the plan on talking to spirits, doing stealth, anything of that nature?
Maybe about 4 hours or so. I think we should take a break and have some lunch.
Yeah, probably just a break to eat.
Are you taking your horses with you?
Well, it was 8 hours by horse, right? Not like it would be like multiple days by foot?
No.
Is it dense enough that it's not going to matter whether we're on horseback or foot
Exactly.
speed-wise?
Yeah, it doesn't matter horseback or foot. It's a pretty dense forest.
If it's the same, then there's no reason to risk the horses.
Yeah, I'd rather leave the horses if they're not gonna give us any benefit for speed. Because they're not gonna help any enemies that might come after us either.
Okay.
I don't have a horse. I don't have a stake in the.
You guys stop for some lunch, and what do you do after that?
I'm assuming about halfway there is when we stop for lunch.
Yep.
Yeah,
So then, at that point, I think we ride until we get
Walk.
like 3/4 of the way there, or walk till we get like 3/4 of the way there. At which point we try
Yeah.
to do the summoning of the spirits.
That's about what I was thinking too.
Okay. Well, uh, Kuranagi will of course assist Moshisora in summoning the spirits of the realm.
All right.
Okay, commune with spirits. And I guess we're looking for void for ghosts.
Correct.
And I have skilled assistance. Let's see. Right, TN is always 1. And there we go.
Communing with ghosts and spirits, the easiest thing in the world in this game. TN1. Need to talk to a ghost?
Well, just because you
TN1.
can talk to them doesn't mean they're gonna do anything for you. That's why you need opportunity. All right, I've got 2 opportunities. And clearly we want spiritual knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And a
So-
gift, always a gift.
A gift.
Yeah, force them to give you stuff.
What
You don't
kind
need
of
any
gift would they
You're
even
dead.
give us?
Here, have some of my leftover ectoplasm. Thanks.
Yeah, that sounds about right from Void. So, anything in particular to ask?
Yes, what are you asking? Because it says, learn one fact the spirits know about the area.
Yes.
I thought we were gonna ask them where the Shugenja was, the Scorpion Shugenja, in case they don't feel keen on telling us.
They may or may not know that. I mean, like, who's who exactly? And we're still quite a ways back.
But they might know where the person that has the rake is. Because the rake is connected to the spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they might know where the rake is, specifically.
That's where I was kind of going. Like, maybe they know where the spiritual rake is. And whether there's a person there or not, that's technically the information we need. So, I guess that'll be it.
Okay. The spirit tells you that he saw a scorpion Shugenja with the rake that head into the camp of the hare.
Yay.
All right. So, she is there, as hoped.
Aching.
Can you tell us approximately where this Shugenja currently is within the camp?
we ghosts do not like to go into a place where we can be attacked by samurai. So unless there's a good reason, we stay out of the camp.
I see. Well, I guess we have just confirmed what we thought was probably the truth.
Yeah. But I mean, we got confirmation, so
Yes. So that would be our spiritual knowledge. What else can we even get right now? Spirits and use of their magic within range bands.
Y'all have totally forgotten the plan that you put together last week. Every single one of you.
I made up so much of that plan that I feel like I can't also do literally every single part of it too.
I believe
Someone
it
wanna
was
help,
going to be
Crystal?
Doji Daisuke supposed to be the
just-
talker getting
I
you into
mean-
the camp.
We've already done the spiritual knowledge bit. So I guess I can use the other opportunity for sensing the kami, like,
Yeah, there are ghosts all over the place in this part
Yeah.
of the forest. There
We
are
were
definitely
thinking
lots of spirits that have lots of information about how this area of the forest is.
we were talking about how one of the ghosts might be able to serve as a guide through the camp last week.
yeah. I mean, this one is saying we don't go in the camp, though.
The other ghost we spoke to said if you could convince one to take you in there, something, then you may have a guide through the camp. Something. I don't remember everything. But when it comes to convincing ghosts, that's your and Kuranagi's thing. I don't talk to ghosts. Talk to
I
people.
know.
Can't beat up ghosts.
so what
Well,
I
apparently
what I
some of
remember
them can.
seeing if ghosts would be able to assist us either as a guide or they don't have any defenses against ghosts. So having ghosts go into that camp with us
Trouble.
to cause distractions or trouble could also be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So if this one is like, I don't know much about it because I don't go there, maybe we can be like, can you give us the gift of your assistance by going with us in there and scouting it out for us? You may not have been currently, but they don't have a way to stop you from going in there, so maybe go check it out. Who knows? There could be anything in there. It could be a beach episode. Go.
There could be
A what?
pretty bear ladies.
It could be a ghost beach episode.
Well, this guy already gave me knowledge.
You can summon a new ghost.
Yes. I shall sense the kami and try to find one that might be amenable to helping us out with going into the camp.
Yeah, Crystal, you totally forgot what you were supposed to ask the ghosts.
We didn't have a plan for specific things to ask.
You absolutely did, and that was to get a guide to go in, or to either convince the ghosts to invade the camp to cause a distraction. Those were the two things y'all discussed. yesterday.
Hey Corey, I have a quick
It's
question.
been a while.
Huh?
I have a quick question, Corey.
Yeah, sure.
So, like as a private role for Daisuke, I was thinking, just to kind of test out this one ability, all arts are one. Would I be able to learn the ritual of commune with spirits if I decide to try to make a roll with all arts are one? So it's essentially something that allows me to absorb information about a new activity or something covered by a skill or like task, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I could probably have Daisuke kind of learn how to commune with spirits by studying commune with spirits by using all arts are one. Now this is more like a private role. This is more like a sort of like, I wonder if I could learn something from this. Would it be okay if I can make a roll for that? It is a TN4 martial skill, game skill, or performance check to
Does it
rapidly
actually
absorb
say that
information
it's
on a new
learn
activity.
other techniques?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
The way it reads to me is like, if you know how to use a sword, you can also use a club.
I still can't see anything because all the compendium is empty. So
If you succeed, you may immediately intuit how to wield a new weapon, play a new game, a new instrument, perform a new song, dance, or other task. So
I'm sort of like
all
highlighting
arts-
other task.
all arts are one. Would have to fall under a task that is a martial, a games, or a performance task. If it's not, if it doesn't fall under those three things, you can't do it. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
This is a
Just thought I would
theology
ask.
thing, so you can't do that skill.
But your character may be capable of learning that ritual if you want to learn it.
Yeah, if you can
True,
learn
true.
rituals, you can learn rituals.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a fun thing to do. So that way, if I put like if I put a skill level in theology, I would probably assist you in future endeavors, and then maybe we can all ask questions of the spirits.
Only one question per use of the ritual.
Ah, okay.
So, Crystal,
Understood.
whenever you want to do the ritual again, which will
Okay.
get some more daylight. Unless you don't want to do it and you want to just continue on. Doesn't matter to me.
Two successes, three opportunity.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
You summon another ghost. What
I
would you
summon
like to
another
ask her?
ghost. Ah. Hello there. My friends and I are hoping that we might find someone who is willing to guide us within the hair camp.
Yes, the hair camp is over there. You can just go. I don't know why you need me. You can just walk to it.
Well, we are not sure how welcome we would be, and we're hoping for somebody who might be able to help us.
Oh, you want to get past the gods.
Yes.
That. I mean, some of us know the way, but what is in it for us?
And see, therein lies the problem, because I don't know what the heck would be in it for a ghost to do anything.
We can help you maybe find a way
to return to this plane by use of a baby. We have a scholar who knows how to do that kind of stuff.
You mortals, you're so full of yourselves. We're just like a simple cup of matcha tea.
I was literally gonna ask, does he want milk like a cat? And then you said that, so I'm like, basically yes.
Do I have a tea set?
Daisuke doesn't, right?
Daisuke, I think, does have a tea set.
I think he said he didn't.
No, he said he doesn't have a tea set.
No, remember, I gave it to the or traded it away to the Nezumi.
But I have a cooking kit, which you can use to make tea. It's not like.
Yeah,
tea
but do we have
ceremony tea.
matcha?
No, I don't think I have that.
Let me take a look.
Do you have the tea?
Unless it counts as horse rations.
I mean, I still have some sweets left. Maybe like I have something that's matcha flavored. Corey?
Different.
No. Okay.
Okay, let me see. I have some herbal medicines. I have some poisons, but that won't affect a ghost.
Does anyone have sake?
I have a sake cup.
That's not sake.
And James finished their last sake.
Great.
They were withdrawing.
James isn't with us anyway.
No, I'm hoping the Falcon have some alcohol I can get a hold of while
What
I'm
about
there.
in my traveling rations? It does say that it comes with tea individually in each ration. Is there a possibility that I have matcha tea inside of that as like a preserve? Right?
Tell you what, I don't know if it's matcha or sencha or what it is, right? You can spend a void point to make it matcha tea. You can spend a void point to say, I have it.
I have 2 void points. I'll spend a void point to make one of mine matcha tea.
Okay, that'll work then.
And I will sacrifice my tea to the ghost by cutting it in half and sending it into the air.
I think it wanted like a cup of tea to be made.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted a cup of
You
tea.
wanted a cup of tea.
I guess I'm gonna have to spend another void. No, I'm just playing. Of course, I'm making it a cup of tea. We have a mess
would be
kit.
happy to make a cup of tea for you.
All right, you make a cup of tea, you give it as an offering to the ghost, and the ghost agrees to guide you to the hair camp. You know, you could have just said, yeah, we'll barter from the hair for some matcha tea and then come back and give you some. But you can spend a void point too. That's great.
I'd rather not be beholden to a ghost long.
Right?
We're expecting that there's a solid chance we might really piss off the hair. So I figured that's why we didn't go that route and make a promise we might not be able to deliver.
Well,
Potentially,
that's more like what I was thinking. Like, what if something happens and for some reason we can't get this ghost their tea afterward? That would at least be very rude.
Or the hair are like anti-matcha purists.
You go to the ghost will start saying,
Like we only drink jade leaf.
we'll start guiding you through. It becomes like a little like ghost light, a little blue fiery will-o-wisp that you can follow. You'll still have to make stealth checks.
Yay.
That's fair.
Skullduggery.
I think it's either skullduggery or fitness, depending on what we're doing.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna be skullduggery or survival. Either one of those will work.
Okay.
Well, I do believe I have a point in survival. So, any particular approach you want us to use?
Air.
Air.
Air is good.
I could also assist. Well, a little too late for that.
No
but
assisting. It's just
Teal
you.
one.
You roll stealth.
Okay.
You
fine.
don't trip on your own feet.
Yeah.
And I don't have to roll because I'm back with the ninja horse.
They're extra sneaky because they have 4 legs.
To be sneaky with.
Okay,
Espionage,
everybody made their roll? Yes. Okay. You guys can get as close to the camp as you want. You can't get inside of the camp without breaking that stealth, but you can get pretty close.
You know what? I think I'll use my opportunity for either espionage use or... Let's see, spot an interesting physical detail present in your environment not directly related to your check. I think I'll use my opportunity for espionage use. Then, you observe a clue or hint that indicates that to you that information about your target or goal might be found elsewhere. The GM reveals another viable avenue for espionage on the same subject, unrelated to your current operation.
Unrelated? A what now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's under the opportunities water espionage use.
Oh, I
I
didn't
would
say. You rolled the wrong thing. You're supposed to be air.
Air.
I said
all right.
air, and you rolled water. You failed. Everybody sees you now. Air.
Like I was
Roll
gonna say,
air.
can I re-roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll air.
I would like to
My
use
bad.
my opportunity on romance use to seduce the ghost.
Oh, she totally has the hots for you.
I love it when they sound like an old hag
That's
and are obsessed with matcha.
that's kind of screwy. Hold on a second.
Um,
It didn't
I
give
would
me a
like
skill
to
die.
use my. I would like to use my opportunity in the stealth roll to discern subtle signs of incoming trouble and take steps to avoid it. The next time you enter a conflict scene this session, you get to add a die showing an opportunity to your initiative check.
There.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
I actually wanted to do the one underneath, which is you create a clever disguise or ruse to get a jump on potential foes. The next time you enter a conflict scene, after initiative has been determined, choose one character on that scene, and on that character's next check, they must reroll all results containing success symbols. It's because I really don't want that Shugenja to mind fuck me. Specifically. It's very concerning.
Do you have the 3 or the
It
2?
says 2. I have 2. I don't know why it says 2 or 3, but I have 2.
Okay. So, how are you approaching this camp? I want to know.
Did the map go away for everybody?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's all
cool.
black.
Just making sure. Okay, so the initial plan was to try to blackmail the Scorpion into giving us the rake before telling the hare anything about it. In order to do that, we need to be either aligned as a group on that being the thing we want to do and walk up as ourselves, fully aware that this is our plan of action. And then if that fails, falling back on, I think we said we would try to convince the hare to work with us. So we might be able to pull multiple angles on this if we split up and have part of us go and talk to the Scorpion Shugenja and use the blackmail on them directly, while we have other people who are in the Hare camp talking to the Hare and kind of seeding discontent while we're in there, to try to sow division between them and the Scorpion who are already in their camp.
If they sow division between the Hare, then the Shugenja, like, what's the point of the blackmail if we use it?
Yeah.
That won't work. They have to, like, be chill and not mention stuff.
So I think we need to try to find those Scorpion first. And we don't necessarily have to go unseen. We just...
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to go unseen at all. We can
Yeah.
walk right in and be like, we're here to talk to the Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, mostly we were just trying to get here unaccosted.
Yeah. Matt, you are up for heralding the group.
All right.
Mr. Speaker of the group.
The supposed speaker.
Mr. Courtesy.
Or,
All right.
or command,
So
I don't know what
basically-
his status is compared to them.
Captain Courtesy.
Captain Courtesy.
Yeah, it actually might be command, considering you might be having a higher.
Ah, crud. And of course I have a 0 in command.
Yeah. He's
Woohoo.
Captain Courtesy.
All right, well, I know where my experience points are going after
No
today's game.
command.
All right. So do I have the option to choose either courtesy or command, or is it just simply a command role?
Heralding?
Heralding?
That's a command, yeah. It's a command.
Yeah. All right. All right.
It's a command one roll. It's not hard.
Yeah, I know. But like, what sort of role would this be? Would this be fire, earth, stating effect, or invoking our status, or let's see.
Just pick one. Your rings are all pretty good, aren't they?
Fire is
Command
good.
charm, because we're trying to be friendly, right?
Yeah, let's go with charm.
Sure.
Initially.
Water.
Water.
That'll work.
All right. TN2.
Mm-hmm. TN1, I
All
said.
Oh, TN1. Okay. Whew. Well, at least I made the TN. And any bonus success, bonuses, or not really?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right.
You're just
keeping
letting
that
everybody
as
know
is.
you're here.
Yep.
You're getting everybody's name and status correct.
Mhm.
That's the good news.
All right. Does everybody
Oh.
see their token?
I see mine.
But you don't see the map.
Yeah.
Okay, I see mine.
But you don't see the map.
No.
Nope.
I only see the tiny little bush under my foot. There we go.
All right, now I see the map.
There we go.
Oh god, it was Doji Daisuke.
Hare Clan Samurai comes to meet you. Says
They're everywhere.
actually a couple will come and meet you.
Oh no, they're jumping down from the rooftops with using giant kites.
They're in the freaking trees.
I'll be like, stay right there. This is the war camp of the Hare Clan. What are you doing here? What is your business?
Mr.
Right.
Speaker?
Your
Okay, so
your clan member said that we could come.
Well, we heard you were in the area, yes. You said, it sounded like you were just moving through, though. Now you've come back to our camp?
Well, yes, we came to speak with the Scorpion, who we were told were in this camp.
Yes.
No, who told you that?
Um, your allies when we encountered them further north.
They told
They informed-
you
they informed us that-
there's a scorpion that is here in our camp.
That they had met with some scorpion, yes.
All right, well, come with us. You'll have to talk to our commander, and they'll escort you to a big old tent.
Big ol'. Wee.
Is it like a sampan?
Yeah. See that
Or
big tent in the
chomchog?
middle? So, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of tents that surround this big main tent. One of these guys will go into the tent while you wait out there for a sec. Then he'll come back out after a while, and then they'll be like, you can go on inside the tent.
Okie dokie.
They are ready and waiting for you.
Hey yo.
That sounds worrisome.
We're just totally surrounded.
Yeah, we walk in and they're like, okay, light the fire. And we're like, oh no.
I took that. I thought we were making sexy jokes, but no, we were making surrounded jokes.
So, there are shelves and bags that have scrolls, and, you know, some of the samurai are, you know, just putting them back in the bags when you come in, and there's a man, no, there's a woman, and she says, hello, my name is Usagi Reina. I am the captain here of this band of hair. Welcome to our camp. I heard that we offered you to come, and you at first decided not to, but then you heard that there's scorpion with us, and you're looking for the scorpion.
Indeed.
Well, we were told that there were supposed to be more of you. Where are they?
Some of our allies have stayed behind at our base camp in order to take care of the other business we have in the forest.
Would you like to make a sincerity, some sort of, what is it called?
Courtesy?
A sentiment.
Sure. Sentiment.
I believe that's what
I'm-
it is.
To
I think
see what her intentions are.
To cover up
'Cause-
your intentions.
I thought that was courtesy.
to cover up your intentions is a courtesy check.
Oh, courtesy, yeah. Cover up your intentions. Courtesy, charm. Yeah.
And sentiment is what they use to suss out that you're hiding things.
I ain't gonna make a contested roll. That contested rolls are bunk. I hate them. I'm just gonna say it is a TN3.
Okay. Can I do trick? Air?
Air, yeah, it's gonna be
Would
air. It
you
has to be
like
air.
some
It is a trick. It is a
assistance
feint. It is
with this roll?
it is all of those things.
Would you like some assistance with this roll, Sasha?
Just
Did
give
you?
assistance
How are
to
you
everything.
assisting her?
You
Yeah,
have to
right?
say something to further my point. In order to
Okay,
give
how?
me
He's just there being like, wink, wink.
yeah, what you said.
Play,
Do you have
play
any-
the role of the
When
hype
you-
man.
when you do assistance, when you do like an aid,
Mhm.
go ahead and open the book and read what it says in there about that, because there's a certain thing you have to do to aid another person.
It's been a hot minute since I opened up my core rule book,
Yeah,
so
this is something.
my apologies.
This is
I
something,
have it on my lap, Matt.
This is something everyone.
I don't have a
seems to
copy.
forget. This is something everyone seems to forget.
Are you talking about just describing how you're helping?
Uh-huh.
I said that.
So, yeah. Instead of every time somebody says, I would, can I assist? I'm going to say, no. Instead, you're going to say, I am assisting this way. And then I'll say whether that works or not. If you just say,
Okay.
if you just say, I can I assist? I'm not going to say yes ever.
I changed it on anyway. I can't
New
find the word
rule.
in the rules.
All right, so
This
you're
will
one of those
hopefully
DMs.
encourage
Wonderful.
more role play. Okay, so you, Sasha, you have to make a courtesy air check. TN3.
Yep. I was waiting to see if anyone was gonna say something to help. If not, I will go ahead and roll. Yes, no, maybe. Okay.
I guess Kuranagi can support your.
We didn't bring the
your
baby.
statement.
We have a baby to tend to. Say that.
Well, I mean, you don't need to tell me what to say.
What
I
is
mean,
it?
you said that, not her.
Yeah,
We
I
could
was
just
gonna say-
finish telling them the truth. You know.
I mean, I did instigate the lie to begin with. So I don't know if you want to say that she's buttressing off of my initial lie, or if you want me to buttress her continuation of that lie. Either way, Kuranagi would bring up the fact that that we are also here because we don't know that
Well-
we can. What?
You outright lied to them because they did not tell us they had a scorpion in our camp. I'm just being insincere because it's true that we have other, like a party member attending to other, which is watching a prisoner and a baby.
Yeah.
So you can just help run that point home. That would be great.
But
Well, I would say
he
we
straight
don't know
up
that we-
lied to the people out here, outside. This is the commander in the tent. I don't give a damn about lying to the
Okay. Well,
rank and file. This is the scene that matters.
I mean, there's
Okay.
a lot of people out there. Any one of them could have happened to mention that there were a scorpion here, whatever.
I have wanted to make the argument that I was trying to make from the beginning. Please let me finish what I'm trying to say. The thing that Kuranagi would say regardless is that there are people in this camp that we cannot trust. We have already informed people that we have met from your encampment previously that the Scorpion are not necessarily on our good side. They have been chasing us for some time, and so to ensure that all parties are not brought to violence within your camp, we left some of the people who might be antagonistic behind.
I mean, you started that out pretty terribly. Alright, I'll let it go. You can have the assistance.
But I
TN3.
started out very terribly.
Because
If they
you
have
said we don't
scorpions-
trust people in this camp, and I was immediately going to be like, TN4.
The Scorpion,
Yeah, you should have stated the scorpion.
the Scorpion. I did. I said because they have Scorpion here in this camp, that we don't trust, which I've already discussed with your men prior.
Mm-hmm.
We left somebody behind.
She says, first off, she notes that it's very interesting that you know that we have Scorpion, that you think that you know that we have Scorpion in this camp. It's very interesting. And she really needs to know who told you that. What is the name of this hair that told you we have a Scorpion within our midst?
Lady Mizuki.
Because this is a supreme, like,
Taboo
basically what you're
dispossession.
saying is you have your men have loose lips, and now she's got to know.
This is very stressful.
She can ask me if she would like directly.
And that's what she's going to do right now. Who told you? Which of my hair samurai told you that I have Scorpion clan members in my camp?
The spirits of the woods. Fallen members of your clan have informed me that there is potentially members of my clan who hold treachery in their heart here. And they may be leading you astray.
Now you have to make a lying check, courtesy Air TN3.
Oop. This is what Kuranagi do.
I know.
Yeah.
I will use those two opportunities to make my lie even more subtle.
Did you use void, or do you actually have a air of 5?
I used a void point.
Okay, because you scare me. You scared me.
Yeah, I see. It says, see under TN3 the little void symbol. That means spent a void point
I
on
thought I
that.
just meant that it was a void check. Oh no,
No.
because it's an air check, and I'm a moron. I literally just said it was an air check. I confuse myself. She hurt herself in confusion.
She seems to buy the fact that you, that, because there are a lot of ghosts around here, so that seems to track. She says, if we had a Scorpion clan member, what business would you have with them?
I am a member of the Scorpion clan, and if my hunch is correct, then I might also be a member of the same family as the one I seek. And what I intend to discuss with them is clan matters.
She nods and she's like, okay, well, I guess there are more Scorpion in this area than I thought. Yes, there are 2 Scorpion that we are hosting as guests currently. You may go see them. My men will escort you to their tent.
Domo arigato gozaimasu. Very appreciative of your hospitality.
Nerd.
Kurenagi will offer a very polite bow and then back away slowly. Turn to leave the camp or
Okay.
the tent.
You can leave. You can escape.
Runs away.
You guys just chill with the hair then and don't.
Well, Kurenagi just said it's clan business.
Yeah, she
So-
did, which is.
It would be suspicious if any of the rest of us went without being specifically invited.
I don't like our odds
I mean,
one too, but
I could perhaps entertain some of the members inside the tent with the tea ceremony if they have a
If they have a teapot and some tea.
They do.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your stuff?
Mm-hmm. Or if there's a set that they're willing to impart with.
Oh, you want to see if they'll trade?
If I have any knickknacks that they might be interested in, sure.
Or money?
I only have 3 zenny left. I got little to nothing.
I want to point one thing out that I think we all forgot to do, or at least majorly Matt forgot to do, which is look for the last Hanafuda card with the Toritaka.
Actually, I just thought about that when you mentioned
Is
it.
that the hair or the falcon?
The Falcon or the Toritaka.
Yeah, but we're going back there.
Yeah.
So that's where James is. So it's
So
okay.
yes,
Okay,
But you should look for it here while you're here.
That's
Or
why I'm-
ask about it.
guys, they take you to this place here. Y'all walked straight through the tent. That's not cool.
Yeah, phase walk through the wall. Kool-Aid man it. Oh yeah.
The Hair Clan will go into the tent. Yada yada yada.
Dude.
Is
Oh.
Moshi Sora coming with them? You moved.
Oh. Sorry. I thought you were saying they escort you guys, like, this is
All
a
of
new
us.
place we're all being taken.
No, this is just where the Scorpion are.
Okay.
So the Hair Clan will say, we'll escort you in and say, this is Soshi Koriko and her Yojimbo. And Soshi Koriko will look at you two and say, Sasuro Kuranagi. What an unexpected surprise. And Narin-san. Please, come in. Usagi-san, thank you for bringing these people to me. You may... Could you stand outside my tent, just in case I have further use of you, or is that too much of an imposition? I know you are busy with your wartime activities. And Usagi says, I can stand nearby. And so he does.
Would there be any way to convince him that, like, for Kuranagi to be like, private clan matters, no eavesdroppers, but in her cutesy courtesy way? I don't know if that's possible.
I think insinuating that they would eavesdrop is is a dishonorable thing. It would
But
be
that's where,
calling their
isn't
honor
that
into
what the
question.
whole point of the courtesy thing is, to say something kind of rude in a way that can't be taken as
There's a
rude?
technique for that.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
For that specific kind of thing, there's a technique for it. Which is all in jest. It covers up for any social faux pas of saying something too direct.
It doesn't matter. The Usagi is going to stand by the fire and not by the tent because it is warmer next to the fire.
Close the flap and look to the other two and say, it's late afternoon, evening, right? At this point?
It's
if
afternoon.
we left in the morning.
Huh?
If we left in the morning.
Yeah, it's gonna be towards the evening, yeah.
Okay. Good evening, cousins. I hope the night air finds you well.
Kuranagi, of all the places, you decide to walk into the hair camp. Is your prisoner with you?
One would have to be in a very strong position to place themselves so deep into the lion's den.
So I assume you have some sort of move to play here.
Of course. It's all in good fun, isn't it, cousin?
No. This is a dangerous game here.
I think that this travel through Shinneman has taught me much and has reminded me that the games we play in the Scorpion Clan are simply that. Games. One person has advantage, then the other, and it's a constant ebb and flow of power dynamics. And where we find ourselves here today, that ebb has flowed to us. You see, we found Shisuro Sensei in his unique state, and I believe you have something that we need in order to correct that state. So if you would like to see Shisuro Sensei returned, then perhaps we can come to an arrangement. As cousins.
Narin just stands by Kuranagi like her attack dog.
Otherwise, there is much information that could be lost by the unfortunate happenstance of a child being lost in the woods.
Shishiro Sasaki-san had a mission here in this forest to bring back Kitsu Satoru.
An and it would be gravely dishonorable if he and his lieutenants were unable to accomplish that goal. I'd say it would be rather damning of anyone who is sent with this mission to fail.
So
What would be
I will
I
give
think?
you whatever you want in return for Kitsusataru.
Oh, Kitsu Satoru is not on the agenda today. If you wish for him, you'll have to find a way to come and take him.
Shisuro Sasaki, we can chalk up to dying in the line of duty. I
True.
would like to recover him, but we have a much more pressing item on our agenda, and if it is his loss that we succeed, he would want it that way.
You must feel very confident that if he dies in the woods, the secret that he carries will die with him. But unfortunately for you, he is very much alive.
She kind of narrows her eyes, kind of looks to her Yojimbo. Yojimbo looks back. What is it you think you know? Never mind. You seem to think that Sasaki has some sort of privilege, that he is a sensei, but I'm not sure. What are we negotiating here?
Do you not know?
Wow. I am surprised. I did not think that you, of all people, would be uninformed. I suppose, then, we should be negotiating with something else entirely.
Or someone else entirely?
Naren looks at Kuranagi knowingly. Perhaps the hair would have more use of him.
There's a secret that Sasaki has, and you believe it is something you can use for me to, what is it you want? You want this rake. The thing that this sage used to turn him into a baby.
Why we want the rake isn't important.
You have to be making something up here. You say you have some sort of secret, and you're not going to tell me unless I give you the rake. And then if I give you the rake, there is no such secret that you have.
Naren leans forward ever so slightly, and she says, "A secret has weight whether one knows it or not, and a secret can affect one's life in countless more ways, regardless of if one is aware of the secret or not."
Cousin, we do not simply. We are the Scorpion. We are all trained in the ways of secrets. And I think
if
pertinent-
Shisuro Sasaki were to be lost forever, would not his secret be lost forever? And therefore that secret would be safe?
Who says he would be lost forever? I have no intention
If
of
this
slaying.
rake is never returned to you, then he could never be returned to the form he once was. And
if the
therefore,
rake never returned to us, then you have more than just Shishiro Sasaki to worry about. You have yourself to worry about, and your Yojimbo. Because, as I said, secrets are our job. It is our livelihood.
And you seem to be under, what's the word for like not having enough currency that I'm looking for, Tarek.
I don't know, underprepared, underfunded.
Underfunded in the currency.
So what I was gonna say is, what I think I need you to understand is that Sasaki and his secrets are only one such that we hold about the Scorpion, about what their aims and agendas might be, and it would be a shame if one of our more noble associates were to stumble on this information. Say, a letter from our daimyo to Kikita, the Kikita daimyo. Say, particular information were to change hands, and that information led back to you. There would be some implication that you might be responsible for not having protected that information. And there's only one place where Scorpion go when they fail their lords in such a spectacular way.
And a secret can get you there whether you know it or not, if you are responsible for it being lost.
She considers that for a moment. If you have such a note, I will definitely trade you the rake for that piece of information. You give me the note, you can have this rake. That seems like a very fair deal.
I feel like this information may be more important than just the rake.
What else do you think I have to give?
Take yourself and whatever men remain of the Scorpion unit that was detached to follow us, and leave this forest. Return as a hero who has saved information from leaking out through erstwhile sources. And do not seek myself, my friends, or my duty again.
You can take her deal, or you can return to Scorpion lands, having failed doubly.
And keep the rake. I'm sure it will do you well.
I'm sure our family will be most pleased to see what you've brought back of such importance.
Very well. I accept that deal. That's...
And what assurances do we have that you will not return and continue to follow us? You are honorless.
We are all the Scorpion clan.
So you will forgive me for not taking you at your word. I would like an assurance. Prove to me your sincerity.
I will have the Hare Clan escort me back to Scorpion Lands. We will go to the tent and I will ask Usagi Regina-sama for an escort back to Scorpion Lands. I think that's her name, right?
Reina.
Reina-sama, yes.
Close enough.
Scorpion Reina Taisho. Would that be acceptable? That way it is not just my own word, but the word of the Hare Clan that they have taken me back to my homeland.
As long as we can be clear to the hair that this is how our negotiations have ended and that they are to escort you back on, regardless of the situations. If your mind happens to change.
I would like to look over at Naurin and use my bond with her.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
In order to enact this deal, we must give up the documentation that you have. That documentation may be important to
You
you.
only have a set amount of words.
I think that's exactly the number
7.
of words that I have.
It's way more. The thing.
Okay.
Information leak might fuck you is
No,
like 4 words.
For deal requires document.
She'll say she's gonna say something. She will say, "This deal goes both ways, though. I will have you will not make any more copies on your honor. You will not make I will have the only other copy in all of Rokugan of this document.
I only have 1 copy. And on my honor, and Naurin has a bunch of honor advantages.
Yes.
That she will say, on my honor, you will have, if we make this deal, you shall have the only copy.
Just reminding you.
I know. I remember that in the first act, basically, or second act, it was my Giri to deliver this document, and if I don't know whether I can fail the Giri retroactively, because part of the Giri was like, no one must see this, or no. But also, I'm not a fucking member of the Scorpion anymore, so fuck their
What
Giri.
I'm saying is, I thought you were holding on. Oh, Celia, I thought you were holding on to this specifically because you thought it was going to protect you later down the road.
No, I have an eyeball goo juice gem that will protect me later down the road. My family decided that the blackmail is not nearly enough, so they gave me the Scorpion's big bad dark secret instead.
Okay.
To keep me safe and warm at night.
So then, if you're willing to give up the document showing the proof that the Scorpion are in league with the Kazoku, then we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The question is this is kind of a gamble, in the sense that, do we think we're going to need this later? Are we going to need this to prove as long as we get out of the forest with Kitsu Satoru,
I was going to say, Kitsu Satoru.
They're still hoping that they have some trick up their sleeve where they'll be able to get Kitsu Satoru.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could clarify maybe that you will also send no more Scorpion after us.
That's what I did say.
She says that she and the people that are under her will return to Scorpion Lands. Whether her lord or anyone above her countermands that order and sends more people is beyond her ability as a samurai.
Fair.
I know.
At the very least, it's a reduction in the pursuing forces.
Yes.
We're at the very back of the forest, so by the time word gets there...
Yeah, it gives us time as long as we can trust the Kuni and the people in
She will say,
power.
there is no way that I can return to Scorpion Lands, gather any amount of force, and return here to stop you before you make it to Crablands.
We're right there.
You're only a couple days away from Crablands.
What I meant to actually say, I'm still mulling it over in my actual brain, was not so much that she'll send more Scorpion after us, even though that was what came out of my mouth, but that she won't marshal anyone on her way back. She won't pit anyone against us to send them after us.
Okay.
She is giving up the cause, and she will return without causing us any more harm or strife. Basically, that's where I'm going with this.
Okay. All right.
And if she can agree to that, then Naurin will look to Kuranagi and use the bond to confirm that she is willing to do this, and say on your lead, decide how the exchange happens.
Kuranagi will say, you will provide the rake to your Yojimbo.
I will provide the note to mine, points at Naurin.
Basically.
And my Ronin.
The two of them will exchange the information while myself and you go and inform the Usagi commander of our decisions here. Is this amenable to you?
Yes, we can do that right now.
Good. I'd say that is fair enough.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, for me?
Okay?
I'm not sure I understand.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
So it looks like we have a little bit of dead air on stream. Welcome to the new ASMR segment. Too bad I don't have any cats on hands to show off.
I'll say this, my only concern at this point is that I feel like if we would have found out that there was only 2 Scorpion in the camp earlier,
You guys
we probably could have
go back to Doji Daisuke. Do you want to make your tea ceremony roll?
Yes. So let me quickly check my skill. It's going to be tea ceremony.
So we got to go back to
TN2 performance void.
Doji
Alright.
Daisuke and see what they're doing in their tent.
All right. So let's do the void check. Heck yeah, I passed.
Tea ceremony. TN2, targeting yourself and a number of other characters equal to your ranks in culture. You have 2 ranks in culture, so who are the other 2 people?
Okay, let's see. So let me quickly take a look. So targeting 2 other people.
That's
so it will be
Yourself.
both
another
both
person,
of the Hair Clan members, I assume,
Okay.
that I'm going to be entertaining.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let me quickly check to see. Reduce, so opportunities, fatigue, or void point. Ooh, okay. Reduce each target's next check by 1. Okay. Okay, so just quickly checking to see whether or not more opportunities would be better or bonus successes. Succeeded it. So I'm debating whether or not I should get that, take that explosive success and maybe get some opportunities out of it, or just keep the opportunity.
Well, do what you're going to do.
Each target removes 3 strife. Okay. Plus additional strife equal to your bonus successes. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's keep the explosive success. Ah, okay. 2 bonus successes.
All right.
So
They'll
they
remove
lose. Let's see, 5
five
strife, I
strife,
think.
and so do you, because
All
you
right,
are
cool.
part of the performance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okie dokie.
All right, and we'll go back to James
Oh.
now and see what's going on with him and Kitsu Satoru and the baby. Good talk during the tea ceremonies. Don't have talk.
No, well, whatever.
Yeah, the Hanafuda card it was what I was going to ask about too.
Oh, you want to ask about the Hanafuda card? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Saying like that might be good talk
Yeah.
before.
Go
after-
ahead.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
So essentially, Doji Daisuke will mention, well, I've been tasked by Benton herself to collect these Hanafuda cards, featuring most of the most of the kami on them. Your
Fortune.
clan
Well,
wouldn't
I
happen to
heard-
have come across a particular Hanafuda card.
I heard that those cards were cursed because of an artist who thought he could play games with the fortunes, and the fortunes instead cursed those cards. There's a shrine nearby, at the north end of the lake, on the other side of the village, Mimikake. And if you return the cards there, I hear you can get a blessing.
So I understand.
Do have one of the cards.
Oh. If it's possible, would you be able to impart it with me? I could give you something in exchange if you would like something in exchange for it.
A favor from a crane would be immensely desirable. Whom do you represent?
Are you asking about my daimyo, or are you asking about who I am currently studying under? Because I am actually an apprentice of the White Dragon. The current White Dragon.
That is a contentious. That has become more contentious as days go by.
Well, if you would like, I could perhaps, create some poetry to impart upon you.
I think,
I think they don't want that.
yeah, I think they're saying that
That's
they are not
controversial.
aligned with Kengo. is what-
Oh, okay, they're not aligning with Kengo. Okay.
Or that
Far
maybe
removed
his
from the
name
great
doesn't
art.
hold as much weight as you think it does.
All right,
Exactly.
that's fine.
They want a favor
From the
From
crane.
the
Okay.
crane.
All right, so who
that
is
hobo.
the current Doji Daimyo? I'm trying to remember, Corey. So I assume, like maybe not as high as a daimyo or like a family daimyo, but if like something reasonable, like if they want me to, if they want Daisuke to pull some strings, I can figure something out for him to do.
How about this?
Yes.
In the future, we might come to you with a business opportunity, and you will hear us out.
That does seem fair.
Yes, you won't just hear us out, right? You will give our offer to whomever we wish to hear it.
And that would have to be with like one of the Crane Clan representatives. Would that be with someone of like moderate station or high station?
It'll be someone that you have contact with, that we know we can rely on you. to get us to that meeting or relay that message. That is all.
All right. I'd be willing to relay the message.
All right. Well, they'll produce the final card. Which is the final card? I forget.
Yeah, so the ones I have in my inventory are
Tishoten?
Benta.
Benton, Bishamon. Is it Daikoku? Yeah,
I haven't heard that one yet.
that's it.
I have a Bisu and someone else. Hold on.
I have Kishoten.
I have Jurojin and I have a Bisu.
Yep.
I thought Daikoku was already given to Youngso.
I think Youngso has Fukurukujin.
I have Fukurokujin.
Oh.
I have none on my character sheet.
Okay.
And Corey, you were very fanatical about putting them on the sheets.
Kishoten is with Sasha.
That's the anti-baby one. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
wait.
have.
I do see one on here.
Yeah, you got one just a few sessions
Ibisu.
ago. Like, thinking.
You have Ibisu?
I have Ibisu.
One of you has.
Oh, I have a Bisu too. So
Who has it?
One of you has. I think Fukurukuji instead.
Yeah,
no,
I have
Daisuke.
two
Daisuke
of them.
has Fukurokujin.
Oh, okay.
Two people have Ibisu on accident.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, one person can remove that, and you get the last one, which is Daikoku.
Okay, cool. So
I'll remove the
if
Bisu card.
Tara can keep it, I could perform the ritual soon
You have
Or,
to go
you
to the
know.
shrine.
with the
Why would
shrine.
Tara
Yeah.
keep it?
So if Tara keeps his copy. Like we don't have to go back to find Ide Youngso to get the card from him. And then,
Except they
he
said the
goes to
shrine was at the lake, so you'd have to come and get me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, at the north of the lake.
So, Matt, I'm curious. What is the story behind these cards?
Aside from what you told me, and with the
What
with
did
the
I
message,
tell you?
Hmm?
What have you learned about them through this entire campaign?
That from what I know and understand, each of the card has a curse of each of the kami,
Sure.
and
Fortunes.
I believe the first one the first one that we collected was Benton.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Daisuke wanted to find a way to remove his curse Benton's curse off of him, so he was tasked to collecting each of these cards.
Right.
So, considering the story,
What story?
the story of the artist that made these cards in the first place, basically
Is that what
the guy
happened?
thought- Huh?
Is that what happened? There was an artist that got cursed? You have no idea. You don't remember anything, do you?
Nope.
Does anybody else remember anything about the story of how these cards were created or cursed?
I just wrote it down.
I
The
slept
cards are
since
cursed
then.
because the cards are cursed because the artist who created them thought that he could play games of the fortunes.
That's
Okay.
what I just said.
Yes.
Yep, there
In-
was something many sessions ago as we were entering the forest, but I've slept since then.
In the reign of during the realm of blood, you went to the library and got a different story, totally different, about where these cards came from. And then
I wrote it down.
Crystal's got it. And then there was a totally different another story in the spider realm.
Yeah, I was gonna say the spider one. I remember that one. That's the only one that I remember.
Oh my god. Let me see if I
Is it a
wrote
giant
anything
spring?
down.
Yeah,
Jesus
everybody
Christ,
has a
Corey.
different story of how this happened.
I was just wondering if anybody would notice that I was just giving totally different stories every time.
I mean, I think I even joked at
It's
one point
perfectly
that
fair.
the unicorn said that their version of the story is that it is a game the fortunes are playing with us.
Yeah. Well, you have the new card. Crystal, is there anything you wanted to do in this tent with these?
Nope, I'm all good.
Okay.
I'm just here to
and-
make sure the place doesn't burn down.
All right, James, we're gonna end with you. All right.
Yep. In the Falcon camp, I am not leaving in our prisoner's side.
Okay.
But I am asking, saying, we have traveled far and our supplies are dwindling. Would you happen to have any that you could share or sell to me? Specifically, sake would be great.
They have some sake that they can. They'll give you a bottle of sake. They'll set you in a tent so you can watch the guy. You're drinking. You're drinking.
And other supplies, also things that I've know that some of the rest of the group have talked about. Like, I think Nalrin mentioned really wanting a new bar of soap after going through the blood swamp.
Yeah.
So asking about that and
Sure.
other things along those lines of
Matt
various
wants to
items that we've all kind of wanted.
So you can get some more supplies. That's fine. That sounds like a great idea. And after drinking for a little bit, and you're counting through your supplies, and Kitsu Satoru's there. Moshi Sora's head pops into the tent. Crystal, what did you want to say?
Hey, Youngso, could you bring Satoru out?
How long has it been since they left?
About 8 hours.
And it's an 8-hour trip there,
Yeah.
one way. I don't think that's Moshi Sora.
Okay.
Where's
what do you
everyone
do?
else? Where's everyone
Because
else?
timing wise, don't make sense. It'd be 16 before she could come back.
Okay.
So it's just kind of look over.
She pulls her head right back out.
I'll carefully look out the tent and look around.
Okay.
But I'm definitely in a more paranoid state of mind right now because, one, the blood speaker's still running around somewhere.
And that's exactly who you see. End of game.
Well, at least I didn't bring him right out to her.
Didn't we ask that the
siege.
hair guard,
Not the
or
hair,
not the hair, the
Toritaka.
Falcon guard Youngso while he's waiting with Satoru? I think
Yeah,
that-
but Moshi Sora is his friend, and she looks exactly like Moshi Sora, so they let her right on through.
I know, but I mean, he should have guards somewhere nearby, right? So it's not.
Yeah. There are Falcon people nearby, sure. I'm just saying.
Terrifying, awful. I hate it.
And I know. Here's how I know the way Youngso immediately knew it wasn't Moshi Sora upon sticking his head out of the tent. This one's wearing sleeves.
Well, that's why she just stuck her head in.
Uh-huh. And it's head out, go, oh shit.
So
This is her sister.
Look.
This is her pretending to be her.
this is a lot. I've gotten a lot of people with this game where I get if somebody looks exactly like it, I get that player to just play that, and it almost always works. Good on you, James.
Time discrepancy. I was paying enough attention on that.
People don't pay attention, and I just
I'm so
like.
proud.
Now, I admit I zoned out a bit because I wasn't in the scene where everybody else was, and there was a small thought in the back of my head of, is that a sending coming from Moshi Sora?
Yeah.
But
Everybody
nope,
get
nope.
Does that look like her?
Maybe.
everybody get
Um,
2
XP.
experience points.
What?
That puts me at 133,
Oh,
which
right.
means Tarek, Sasha, and Crystal should be at 134.
Tarek, lose honor equal to your honor rank. Sasha,
Okay.
lose 1 point of honor.
for being insincere.
You told a little bitty lie.
Little
Doji Daisuke, give yourself one honor. Well, for her, it's like, it's not a little bitty lie, it's like a little bitty, like, skirting of the truth, omission kind of thing, you know.
So the honor is for entertaining the Hair Clan?
Uh-huh.
All right, cool.
How much should we have right now? What was the...
134. Well, for experience.
Well, Matt
Your
and
honor, I
should
don't
be at
know.
133.
I wish.
What, Terry? You keep trying to say something and then you don't.
I wish we had a way to talk.
To Yunso, I wish you would pick up that water scrying spell so you can talk to us through a distance.
I don't know that I'm good enough to cast that, but
I don't have access to invocation, so I can't cast anything.
But if I knew, I have the heart.
Yeah, I know. That's why she's there and not with where you are.
Yeah.
She's pretty sure she can trade
Remember when
Kitsu
I was
Satoru
saying,
for that
hey,
heart.
maybe one of us who can talk to each other over a distance stay with Yunso?
Yeah,
in
I
case...
didn't say no to that.
But I'm just saying, no one said yes to that idea of mine.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching online as a recorded stream. Thank you Wargiz for commenting. We will be back next week. From all of us, Matt, James, Tarek, Sasha, Crystal. My name is Corey. Go roll some dice.